Traveling to the Bahamas as a Bahamian, if you are a Bahamian, can be affordable.
Jimmy, you got bait? Yeah, wait. That's all.
Let him fall in. Y'all, this video was supposed to be posted from 2021, which was 2 years ago, and I don't even have the capacity to be shame anymore. I just want to get the content out, and that's what we're doing because we're still putting out this video, period, as the young folks say. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm Deja Taylor Stevens. I would consider myself a Bahamian creative. I have my own photography company. It's called Deja 70 Photography, and I just love anything creative, so be sure to follow me on my social medias. Nice. My 5 friends went to Bimini in June 2021, so bear that in mind when you see the content because it is going to be sort of kind of like around COVID times. But we had such a good time and we spent under $1,000. We were able to do 3 excursions or even more, and we also had access to one of the biggest hotels on Bimini. It was amazing because their infinity pool was gorgeous. I think it was called Resort World Bimini. Oh my goodness, we really enjoyed ourselves, and that price included actually COVID stuff, so like COVID tests and different stuff, so it would probably be less. Traveling to the Bahamas as a Bahamian, if you are a Bahamian, can be affordable, and it can be just as fun as going away somewhere else. So many people in the Bahamas have not experienced their own islands, and I genuinely want to go to all the islands at one point. I don't know when that's gonna happen because it is genuinely expensive, but I think for $1,000 for all we did, like, Bimini was great. It was really great. Stay tuned to see exactly what we spent, how much it was, and how we pulled off the trip. That's it for me. Well, for now at least.
All I want and I pray, all I need are some better days. Yeah, all I need are some better days. Cause all I want and I pray, I believe in the better days.
Our first step for prep for the trip, we had to get a COVID test done. This was during 2021 when it was mandatory in order to travel. We also got our travel health visa at the time, which was $25 per person.
Oh man, that's embarrassing, Day.
Considering we were broke college students at the time, what we did is we purchased all of our meats and items in Nassau. Because Bimini is very expensive, we meal prepped the night before and we put it in a cooler so that we could cook it in the condo.
In total, our food came to about $220.
We're on our way, God's willing, soon. So these are our dry stuff. I'm gonna have to shove this in my suitcase because who wants to pay extra fees? Nobody. Guys, it is Wednesday, June 2nd. I'm with my mommy. She is my sugar daddy dropping me off to the airport.
Hey, my honey girl.
So we're excited. We got matching
Oh, I'm excited, but I'm
shirts.
not going.
You're not going. That's okay.
She didn't give me any shirts. She didn't give me
Anyway,
shirts.
see y'all soon. You know your life is about to be adventurous when you get on this escalator and you see these blue floors. The plane ride was about 45 minutes and we landed in South Bimini. Once we were in South Bimini, we had to take a taxi over to the ferry dock. At the ferry dock, we took the ferry from South Bimini to North Bimini, and to put this in perspective, North Bimini is where all the action is. Then when we landed in North Bimini, we took a taxi to our condo. A unique feature about where we were staying is it was located on the Resort World property, which gave us access to all the amenities of the Hilton, which was so amazing because we were able to experience the infinity pool and so much more.
So we're really excited for an awesome week now at Hemmingways. We're having dinner. We're really excited, and we hope that it's gonna be good. So what are you getting to eat?
I am getting the grilled chicken.
You're getting the grilled chicken?
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Honestly, after this trip was over, they probably could have called me the Conch woman because I was literally ordering crack conch everywhere we went. It was so good. So here we are, guys. Oh, the light is in my face, but we are doing an excursion to the Sapona today, and we are excited, right, Kim?
That's right.
Hey, okay, ladies, okay. Today's excursion is all about the Sapona, which is a known shipwreck in Bimini, as well as swimming with the sharks. This joint deal was $100 and I think that it was so worth it. Today was the day that I conquered one of my fears. This ship was huge. We snorkeled throughout the ship. We were able to see the fish. But listen, our tour guide was scaring me because he was like, hey, don't touch some of the things on the ship because it's poisonous. And I'm like, what? One thing I would recommend is we went on a day where the water was so choppy. So book your excursion on a day where the water is probably more calm because I felt like I was about to die. We then ended the excursion where we were able to swim with the sharks and feed the sharks. I saw the sharks for 2 seconds, then I got up out of that water because no, it's not for me.
Hi everyone. I don't know if y'all could see. Hi Kim.
Later that night, me and my friends were the entertainment. Okay, we had a talent show and it was just so fun. Once again, may I say, very embarrassing day. Hello? People are watching.
Okay.
It's day 3, so we decided to kick back, relax, and go to the beach. It was also a holiday, which made it 10 times better. My friends decided that they wanted to do some water activities like jet skiing, but I decided that I wanted to take a more historical approach to my day. My first stop was to visit joesconchshack. This place was raved about. I have to see if they were telling the truth, because you can't tell me that a place has good conch fritters unless it has good conch fritters. But his conch fritters were so juicy and economical, so I would highly recommend if you are in Bimini. I passed some other places along the way, and when I say that Bimini is so small that you can really explore, I really enjoy doing solo exploration. I would highly recommend for anybody who is a solo traveler. If jet skis and conch fritters wasn't enough for you, our next tour just was jam-packed with adventure. We were going to the Mangroves. We took this tour with Small's Tours, and Mr. Small was so knowledgeable. He was partnered with his son Chucky and his friend Bursel, and they took us through the mangroves. Like, don't zoom through the mangroves then. They were trying to get us to the Martin Luther King bus. An advantage of taking a small tour like this is that big boats cannot come in this area, so we were able to see things that people in big boats could never. Now I know a lot of y'all are wondering, why would Martin Luther King be in the bushes randomly in Bimini? Well, let me tell you. Apparently, he would come to Bimini to relax, and he wrote a lot of his famous speeches right in Bimini, Bahamas. I'm a history lover, so it was so interesting to see in person, and so if you love history, this is the type of tour for you. Next up is a spot that almost caused me a heart attack. Literally. However, it's something that I would highly recommend that everybody does at least once in their life. No, I'm not telling you to have a heart attack, but I am saying that this was a whole experience. We were going to the healing hole, and in order to get there, we had to walk through the mangroves, and the mangroves literally are like the habitat of many animals, including sharks. And we saw one shark on our way there, and listen, I almost passed out, okay? But when we finally got inside of the healing hole, it was very cold, and it's said to have a lot of medicinal properties. For this activity, I would highly recommend getting some water shoes, but I'm not sure if y'all could see me, but look, I look like I'm struggling, I look like I'm dying, I look like I'm about to pass out. But it was so fun looking back, because in that moment I was just But anyway, I would highly recommend for anybody who is adventurous.
So guys, we are going to our nature tour today. Going on our nature tour today. Hey.
Remember South Bimini that we took the water taxi from? Well, we're heading back there today, and we're going right back to Smalls, who owns electric scooters, and they were only $25 per person. We drove around and explored the island, and the island of South Bimini is so big and it's not as much traffic, so we were just in the road zoom in.
I gotta go slow.
She definitely did not go slow.
Well, rip.
A visit to South Bimini has to include visiting the Fountain of Youth. It was believed that older people who would drink from the fountain was restored to youth.
Cam, how you get your water bottle in the fountain of youth? My gosh. Right? Oh no.
This is the point in the movie where the main character would look at themselves and say, how did this happen?
Don't let them fall in. Oh my word. What the heck is going on?
Alright.
Oh.
No fountains of youth were heard on this day.
Got it back.
Okay, thank you for letting us know.
No, he just wanted someone to water, so
Yeah, so he just threw it in. Yeah, sounds about right to me.
South Bimini is definitely more quiet and reserved. We were able to check out the nature trail, the Fountain of Youth, and the Shark Lab. So if you're looking for a getaway from your getaway, I would highly recommend South Bimini. After we vroom-vroomed, we had to check out Bimini's craft store. They had assorted items like t-shirts, hats, they had bags, they had necklaces, earrings, you name it. We got some souvenirs, then headed down to Bimini's Big Game Club restaurant. And guess what I had? The crab conch! On day 5, we had to say goodbye to our American friends. They were taking a flight out that morning. After packing our bags for the next day, we headed to the infinity pool finally. The infinity pool was on the rooftop of the Hilton Hotel overlooking the beautiful island, and I must say it was breathtaking.
Here we are by the Gallant Lady, or what we think it is anyway, so.
We visited the Gallant Lady, which is a shipwreck in Bimini, and then we went over to a beach that I must say is in one of my top 3 in the Bahamas. We visited Radio Beach. The water was crystal clear, we could see everything around us, we could see the fish, and we watched the sunset from the water. I would love to go back. Bimini, you have been so good to us. We can't wait to see what the future holds with other Bahamian islands. But for now, peace out. Island Girl Day.
Some better days, cause all I want, and I pray, I believe in the better days.